Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at two first aid kits, one really large one and one really small one, and I'm going to explain to you why you might want either one. Let's get into it. All right, folks, welcome back. So today I have two new first aid kits for you. This is actually a brand new one, and brought to you by Rhino Rescue. They were nice enough to send me both of these to check out. And this one is actually going to get some immediate use. I may change some things around in it, but this one is really impressive, this larger kit. If you're taking care of a larger group of people and you're the designated medical person, if you have a large family, something like this really shines. It's also a little less expensive to buy this stuff in bulk than to buy individual first aid kits for everybody. If you've got 5 or 6 people to take care of, you got your solution right there. So the first thing we're going to dive into is the Rhino Rescue CLC Mini IFAC. This is this one right here. So let me get this on the table and get you close up, and we'll talk all about it. All right, so in front of you here, you got the CLC Mini IFAC. This does come in 2 different colors. I believe it's a desert tan kind of color and the green. I got the green because I intend on using this kit on my plate carrier. It's small enough, and that plate carrier is going to be like a second line type gear that I can use something smaller on. So I'm not going to have a ton of extra stuff hanging off it. It's going to be a grab and go type plate carrier. And I'm going to show you really quick how this works. First thing you're going to have here is a tourniquet on the bottom. Okay. I do need to get that in there a little more securely. You're going to open up the top here. There we go. Got a little Velcro. And you have your pouch inside. Now what I like about this is a perfect small say tactical, for a tactical vest or whatever, bleed stop kit. It's not a huge IFAC with a ton of extras in it. It's basically just to stop the bleeding. There are a few things I might add to this. We'll get into that later, but I want to show you what comes with it to start with. First of all, you're going to get compressed gauze, okay? Of course, your ever popular emergency bandage, or Israeli bandage as we call it. Same thing, similar. And hemostatic gauze. This stuff is really, really good. I've used both the powder and the gauze on myself when I've gotten some bad cuts. The gauze is much easier to use. Doesn't burn, doesn't hurt, just goes right over wherever your cut is, and you simply just put it over there, wrap it up in the compressed gauze, and let it do its job for about a few minutes, and bleeding will stop. These are very, very good. Now, for a larger arterial bleed, that's where the tourniquet comes in. But for a bad injury, a bad cut, a bad abrasion, that's where the hemostatic gauze comes in. Now, there are some things I may add to this. First of all, being some EMT shears. I'm going to probably put the folding ones in here. And I would probably put a marker in here, a small one, for the tourniquet. When you put this on, basically your goal is to write your time that you put it on there. So when first responders get on the scene, they know how long the tourniquet's been on and how long that area has been cut off from blood flow. So it's very important to do that. So I will add that. And I don't know, maybe a few other little things here and there. But generally, this is a pretty complete kit if you want to stop bleeding. For battlefield injuries, for backpackers, for anything like that, it's portable, it's efficient, and it does the job. Gives you basic wound care for any kind of traumatic injury or bleeding. Again, you're not going to get a splint in here. You're not going to get like tons of other gear in here. You might be able to fit a chest seal in there, a smaller one. But that's not the point of this. The point of this is to take care of traumatic bleeding from an extremity, your arm, your leg, anything like that. So definitely a neat little kit. These run about $79.99. And this is all Cordura now. This is 1000D nylon. Okay, very, very well-made kit. You got a nice little separator in the middle here. Let me fold the top back for you. So you can separate what you're putting where. Very nice little kit. It doesn't open up. Just have enough room to put your basic medical supplies in here, and you're good to go. So definitely a neat little system. You do have the MOLLE attachments on the back, so you can weave this into your vest, plate carrier, whatever. And of course, you have the awesome buckles. And as you saw when I put this together, when I took it apart, those buckles are in there tight. So this isn't going to accidentally open on you for any reason. So definitely a nice little kit, and very bare bones, very basic. And essentially, on something like a plate carrier or something in your vehicle maybe, that might be all you need. You can always keep a separate boo-boo kit with your over-the-counter pain meds, your allergy meds, whatever. But for this is more of a traumatic injury kit. So let's move on to the larger kit and see what is in store there. I really do like this for, more portability, but for the larger kit with a large family or a large group of people, if you have a mutual aid group and you're the medic, something like that will really work. All right, so next up is this big Rhino R9 20-liter 1000D nylon compact tactical medical backpack. Now, when you get this, you're going to say backpack. It doesn't have any straps. That's because the straps hide away on it. We'll show you those in a minute. I actually have them out. We're going to put them back in and hide them. We'll show you those in a minute, but I really want to go over the stuff that's in this. All right, so this is 30 by 13 by 46 centimeters, weighs about 5.5 kilograms. It comes in 3 different colors. You can get it in black or this camo pattern or the desert tan pattern. More like a kind of color like that. A little lighter, more like this color. And it has a really nice tool panel when you open it up inside there. So you'll be able to pretty much put anything you want. Right in the beginning, they just have the markers up there for your tourniquets. But you can put all sorts of stuff in there. I mean, EpiPens, whatever you name it, you can put them up in that little section. We'll get to that in a second. It does have a transparent tool bag on the second part, so you can see everything that's in there. I don't have much in that yet, but I will eventually. This is exactly what it came with. I didn't want to put new stuff in there and confuse people with what it comes with. So this is real Cordura fabric. It is solution dyed nylon so that it will reduce your IR signature a bit. And it does offer you some resistance to sand and water damage. Definitely handy out here. It can withstand a lot of harsh conditions and be functional when you need it most. Now inside the bag, you're going to find 6 removable clear vinyl pouches. Like we said, the toolkits. They allow you to store, access, and label various trauma management equipment, hemorrhage control, airway management, IV therapy, pretty much everything that you're going to need to keep somebody alive till the EMTs get there is this. Or anything you're going to need to keep somebody alive in a disaster or emergency scenario until you can find somebody to help them will be in here too. So it can be sealed with anti-pilferage seals, the way the things come up here. Make sure that nobody gets in it when they're not supposed to. Let me show you the back first, okay? And then we will get into what's inside. I want to show you how these straps work. First of all, you have a nice sturdy carry strap on here and a secondary one here as well. You can put these two together, carry it, or you can just carry it by one or the other. It doesn't matter. This just opens up and you can stick them both in there. I do have them separated because we are going to be opening the bag. These are the straps on the back. Now, when I got this, I'm reading the info on it going, what are they talking about, backpack? There's no backpack here. Well, here's what you do if you don't want to use this as a backpack. You will simply tuck these sides pieces in. Okay, let me get this out of the way here. Like I said, these things are really well-made attachments. You're going to tuck this stuff in here like this. Now, I'm not going to do this neatly, probably, but you'll get the idea. When I got it, it was so flat I couldn't even tell there were straps back there. Actually, it does go in pretty flat. You can zip this up here. There are no tools back here. There's no medical gear or tools in this back pouch. This is simply for the straps. Okay? And you're going to tuck these in, and I'll probably do a better job of tucking these in off camera, but you'll get the idea by watching me here, like that. And you don't even know there's a backpack here. It's actually that good. It was a little bit flatter when I got it. I kind of didn't put it in there too neat. But that is really cool because I can choose how I want to use this. If I want to carry it as a backpack, that's great. If I want to have it a little more compact without the straps out, maybe keep it in my vehicle, I can do it like that. And as you can tell, it's not super wide, so you could possibly put this in a vehicle and have a full trauma kit wherever you go. So let's get it on the inside. So when we open up the front, this is the front, not the back where the straps were. You're going to have a pair of EMT shears. There is another one in here. We'll show you that one in a second. And you're going to have some more gear up top here. But pretty much that's it. You're going to have that EMT shears. Now, let's open up the inside here on this one. And the nice part about this is it does open all the way up. It's not one of those things that stops here and you're constantly pushing it backwards. So, here you go in here. And I'll move this back into the camera so you can see it. You have all sorts of airway management, nasopharyngeal airways, your markers for your tourniquets. And again, anything can go up here. Like I said, you can do EpiPens, you can do decompression needles sealed. Anything you need to do, you can keep in these very well. And it does come off too. If you want to remove this piece, you can remove it. So this is very configurable. You can have some alcohol pads, some lubricating jelly. I did move the lubricating jelly because it's made for these things here. So you want it, especially the nasal pharyngeal airways, you want to have that jelly where you're going to be using it right away. So I did move that. Let me move this around a little bit and show you these two pockets here. Move that here. So your first pocket in here is going to be your chest seals and 10 sets of gloves. Okay. Second pocket here. And I'll go over in detail what's inside this later on. Your eye shields, combat cravats. You do have burn dressings. Quite a bit of gear in here. And like I said, I'll give you a full list of what's in this at the end of the video. All right, so that's just that section up top. This is just a quick walk around to show you what's inside. There is a whole lot of stuff in here. So for me to pull it out and go through each individual piece would probably take a while. Let's get into the main section of the bag. Sorry if you're out of camera there. There we go. All right. And again, it folds open completely. You can see everything, even in these little mesh bags on the side. So you got your hemostatic gauze. Basically, this is all your bleeding control stuff up here. Combat tape, basically duct tape, but it is made to hold things together. Some gauze. You do have, remember I told you there was a second pair of shears. This is that tool kit. Okay, this is the clear section. It does come out if you want. This is that clear section that's the tool kit. Right now, all that's in here, and I'm probably going to move this to the front, are the folding shears that we reviewed separately. Okay, and these are really nice, really sharp. And your reusable pen LED flashlight. Something I've learned with these things, make sure that you test them before you need them. This one I don't believe has a battery in it, but they do tend to get funky. It uses AA batteries, I'm assuming too. They do tend to get a little funky after sitting for a while. So do make sure that you test them out before, every few months, open up the bag, check everything, make sure nothing's leaking. Real simple. You have diameter hole comparison, so you can say, it looks like about a 6 millimeter puncture in his chest, whatever. You have measurements here on the side. Neat little system, neat little light. Like I said, that's probably going to go up front in the front piece here. I will be getting rid of the cardboard, but definitely cool stuff. It's nice that they give you a second pair of EMT shears, and the folding ones especially. And again, I may move these up front too in that section there because they do have a clip. And it would kind of be nice to have them readily accessible right there instead of that front pocket. But definitely cool stuff and very, very handy. Let's go over what's in the other side over here. You kind of move this. I'm going to move this out of the way. Let this hang off the side so you can kind of see it better. All right, in this pocket, we have all sorts of emergency bandages, Israeli bandages. I believe there's 6 in here. Quite a bit. And yeah, this is a pricey kit. I just want you guys to know that. But purchasing this stuff individually would cost you way, way more. Over here, you have splints. I believe you have 2 of them. You have all of your emergency blankets. There are 5 of those in there. 5 emergency blankets. Okay. Up top here, there's another airway management dealie here. This is that bag. And I forget, what is the name of it? I can't think of the name. I believe it's a resuscitator. It's basically when you see somebody with the mask on someone and they're squeezing the air into them. It does come with that secondary bag there. The mask is in here. I'm not going to pull all this stuff out. We do have some CPR face shields in here as well. So if you feel like doing mouth-to-mouth, you can do it. Otherwise, you can use your resuscitator there and just squeeze the airway into them. Again, with this stuff, when you get a more advanced kit, do yourself a favor. Take some training. Get some first aid classes. You don't want to learn how to use this stuff as the person is dying in front of you. You want to be ready ahead of time. So this is a good way, a good motivation to get kind of kick you in the butt and get you moving and get you out there and get some classes. Especially CPR, since it's practically free in some places. You can definitely get yourself a good class. So let's zip it up and wrap up the video. This is going to run you about $490, by the way, this kit. All right, definitely not an inexpensive kit, but it will definitely not be inexpensive, but when you really got to save a bunch of lives, that's definitely the way to go. So let me wrap up here and we will finish up the video. All right, so really quickly, I'm going to read off to you what's inside of the kit, because of course I wasn't able to show you everything. It would have taken me forever to pull everything out, and you guys don't want to watch a 20-minute video of me pulling stuff out of a bag. We're going to get 3 chest seals, 5 compressed gauzes, 3 4-inch emergency bandages, 3 6-inch emergency bandages, 5 tourniquets, a 36-inch aluminum splint. There's 2 of those. There is 1 medical shear, and of course another folding one later. 3 nasal airways, 3 lubricant jellies, 3 soluble hemostatic gauzes. You have the 1 multifunctional emergency shear. That was the folding one we saw. 10 pairs of gloves, 3 combat cravats, 1 resuscitator, 5 markers, 6 alcohol pads. I'd probably add more of those, honestly. 5 CPR shields, 5 rolls of combat tape, 5 emergency blankets, 6 eye shields, 5 elastic bandages, 4 oral pharyngeal airways. That was the little ones up front, not the nasal pharyngeal airways. 5 of the burn dressings. Those are the bigger ones up top in the front. Okay. You have 2 of the 100 by 100 burn dressings and 1 of the 200 by 400 burn dressing for larger burn areas. So that's a whole lot of gear in there. And just casually, I priced out some of this stuff to see what it would run as a full kit, you know, if I were to build this on my own. And I was way over $1,000, not even including the bag. So definitely a good deal at $490. We have the 2 kits, like I said. We pull the other one back up here. Really small and really big. 2 different uses, 2 different purposes. Again, that's about $80. This one's $490. I will have the links down below for the CLC Mini IFAC and the R9. Both of these are Cordura. That comes on both of them. So they are licensed. They are officially the real deal. And they do seem to be very well put together. I love the Molly kind of cut on this here. And this is Molly as well, so you can attach other stuff to this if you want. For those of you who do CERT, you know, the Community Emergency Response Team, something like this, well, a lot of money out of your own pocket would really be handy during an activation. Definitely a handy little thing to have. Like I said, $80 here, $490 there, $79.99. But I think for the compactness of this is just too cool. I mean, to be able to have a nice little compact little system like this that's all put together. You notice I did put a marker in there, and I did manage to squeeze one of the folding shears in there as well, and it's still holding up fine. So that's going to go on my my other vest from them that I got, the plate carrier that I got from Rhino Rescue. Those are the 2 for today. Links will be down below. You can check them out. I definitely like their products. I like the fact that they're well thought out. I really like the gear, and I love this big kit. This is definitely something to look into if you've got a large family you're taking care of, a mutual aid group, saying you're the medical person. Even if you're not, having something like that around for somebody who is the medical person is definitely going to save some lives if things go sideways. And given what we're seeing in the world today, you just never know anymore. So definitely check them out. Links will be down below. Don't forget to check out all our other links. We have our Amazon affiliate store. If you guys are interested in checking out what's in the store, by all means, click that link. If not, just click the link and shop as you normally would. We really do appreciate when you do that. Our freeze-dried wholesaler link. My link will save you 15%. Now, I just put my order in last night, and yes, they're still out of a lot of stuff. He's still working to get it back up there, but there's a lot of stuff back in stock. So definitely check him out. I was able to order at least $500 worth of stuff off there, so he's definitely stocking back up. Check him out. And our My Patriot Supply link. Don't forget that link as well. You can save $200 on a 3-month kit. Plus, with that 3-month kit, everyone you order, you get free $200 worth of survival gear with it. So definitely check them out. And our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store, we recently did a video on their meals kits now, so definitely check them out as well. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.